Islam, Dwayne Baffa Bay. Islam. It is January the 21st, 2019. I'm on the Arrington-Bey and Islam to my highest self, Allah. So today it's about 6:15 a.m. I'm going to read. I've read pretty much all the chapters of the Holy Quran, except for I think I need to go over the last, maybe almost to the last 5 or 6 chapters at the end of the book. But pretty much I think I read the whole Holy Quran. So now I'm going to read, start again. All right. This is the opening. It says, once again, this is the Holy Quran. Okay. It says, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Iman, did you read the opening before you start reading?
Oh, no, I did not.
Okay, remember to do that. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Master of the Day of Requital. Thee do we serve, and Thee do we beseech for help. Guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom Thou hast bestowed favors, not those upon whom wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. That's the opening. Okay, now I'm going to chapter 2, chapter 2, section 1. The opening is chapter 1, and this is called the cow. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. I, Allah, am the best knower. This book, there is no doubt in it, is a guide to those who keep their duty, who believe in the unseen and keep up prayer and spread out of what we have given them, and who believe in that which has been revealed to thee, and that which was revealed before thee, and of the hereafter they are sure. These are on a right course from their Lord, and these it is that are successful. Those who disbelieve, it being alike to them, whether thou warn them or warn them not, they will not believe. Allah has sealed their hearts and their hearing, and there is a covering on their eyes, and for them is a grievous chastisement. Section 2 is called lip profession. And there are some people who say, we believe in Allah and the last day, and they are not believers. They seek to deceive Allah and those who believe, and they deceive only themselves, and they perceive not. In their hearts is a disease, so Allah increased their disease, and for them is a painful chastisement, because they lie. And when it is said to them, make not mischief in the land, they say, we are but peacemakers. Now surely they are the mischief makers, but they perceive not. And when it's said to them, believe as the people believe, they say, shall we believe as the fools believe? Now, surely they are the fools, but they know not. And when they meet those who believe, they say, we believe. And when they are alone with their devils, they say, surely we are with you. We were only mocking. Allah will pay them back their mockery, and he leaves them alone in their inordinates, blindly wandering on. These are they who buy error for guidance, so their bargain brings no gain, nor are they guided. Their parable is as the parable of one who kindles a fire, but when it illumines all around him, Allah takes away their light and leaves them in darkness. They cannot see, deaf, dumb, and blind, so they return not. Or like abundant rain from the cloud, in which is darkness, and thunder and lightning. They put their fingers into their ears because of the thunder peal for fear of death. And Allah encompasses the disbelievers. The lightning almost takes away their sight. Whenever it shines on them, they walk in it. And when it becomes dark to them, they stand still. And if Allah had pleased, he would have taken away their hearing and their sight. Surely Allah is possessor of power over all things. Okay, I'm going to stop there. That's section 1 and 2 of chapter 2. And chapter 1, the opening. Now I'm going to read chapter 36. Yeah. Oops. 37. I'm going to read chapter 37 of the Holy Quran, Circle 7. The Holy Instructions from the Prophet, the Breath of Heaven. Vaunt not thy body, because it was first formed, nor of thy brain, because therein thy soul reside. Is not the master of the house more honorable than its walls? The ground must be prepared before corn may be planted. The potter must build his furnace before he can make his porcelain. As the breath of heaven saith unto the waters of the deep, this way shall thy billows roll, and no other. Thus high and no higher shall they raise their fury. So let thy spirit, O man, actuate and direct thy flesh. So let it repress its wilderness. The body is as the globe of the earth. Thy bones, the pillars that sustain it on its basis. As the ocean give rise to springs, whose waters return gain into its bosom through the rivers, so runneth thy life from thy outwards, and so runneth it into its place again. Do not both retain their course forever? Behold, the same Allah ordained them. Is not thy nose the channel to perfumes, thy mouth the path to delicacies? Are not thy eyes the sentinels that watch for thee? Yet how often are they unable to distinguish truth from error? Keep the soul in moderation. Teach thy spirit to be attentive to its good. So shall these its ministers be always to the conveyance of truth. Imani, listen. These hands, thy hand, is it not a miracle? Is there in the creation aught like unto it? Wherefore was it given thee, but that thou might stretch it out to the assistance of thy brother? Why of all things living art thou alone made capable of blushing? The world shall read thy shame upon thy face. Therefore do nothing shameful. Fear and dismay, which robs thy countenance of its ruddy splendor, avoid guilt, and thou shalt know that fear is beneath thee, that dismay is unnamely. Wherefore to thee alone speaks shadows in the vision of the pillow. Reverence them, for know that dreams are from on high. The man alone can speak. Wonder at thy glorious prerogative, and pay to him who gave it to thee a rational and welcome praise, teaching thy children wisdom, instructing the offspring of thy loins in piety. Islam. So this was called the breath of heaven. And at the beginning it says, vault not thy body, because it was first formed, nor of thy brain, because therein thy soul reside. Is not the master of the house more honorable than its walls? The breath of heaven. All right. Truth it spoke of as well. Okay, I got 3 minutes to read the next part. Okay, I'm going to read general laws as said by the prophet of Moorish literature. It says, every temple, and this was done Tuesday, October the 17th, 1928. Every temple and head is to function by words, deeds, and actions imitating the prophet, especially when teaching a group of Moors. Any group of Moors. These are the general laws. The supreme laws will be handed you later. The heads of all temples are to submit a report monthly on all finance. The heads of all temples are to refrain from all wrathful words, profanity, and the misform from all the members of his or her temple. They must live the life of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and refrain from all alcoholic liquors or any other harmful possibility that will terminate to destroy peace or any other of the divine principles. They are not to contribute to anything that will cause the public to disagree with him or her. And for one to lead a group of Moors, you must keep your house clean with good deeds, kind words. Your wives, brothers must hear good words, keep word, kind words, and must know of your good deeds. If there are children, you must see to their support. Follow this divine principle. For if you don't restrict to this divine principle, then you are not a true Moor, and the heads are not to charge for membership or to overcharge for cards, buttons, or for anything issued by the prophet. Those who contribute to either of the preceding are not Moors, but robbers. Membership, sisters and brothers, is free, not only here, but all over the world. The button is 25 cents, cards 25 cents, and 1 month's dues is paid. Every member pays 50 cents a month for dues. This money goes towards the support of the temple. This, if not paid, does not entitle you to the protection that is provided for you, and especially if you are not working or in the position to work. Since this, if not paid, does not entitle you to the protection that is provided for you, and especially if you are not working or in the position to work. If you neglect to fulfill this small duty assigned you, how can you rightfully expect money or other help when you are sick or otherwise disabled? And to be a real Moorish leader, you must study the Quran and the divine constitution that is headed down unto you by I, the prophet. The head of any temple can maintain an emergency fund which can not exceed the amount of from 25 cents to 50 cents a week per member. A public collection and dues also go to the support of the temple and its domestic work. The head of every temple must by law obey the word of the prophet, and if any head leader or head of any temple fails to obey these laws, embezzlement is his charge and is subject to enforcement of the law by grand body, and the penalty may be a fine or removal from office or placed under a very heavy restriction of the law. Supreme words of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Islam. Imani, Islam. Okay, so that is general laws as said by the Prophet. Moorish literature. Okay, Islam.